Parenting on purpose with our emotions. One of the key concepts, or one of the key developments for kids and adults both, that leads to being able to engage the kinds of behaviors that we'd like to, is emotional regulation. In many ways, that's the foundation of the pyramid. If we're able to regulate our emotions, then we can do a lot of things really well. So as you think about that, in the ability category, that would be thinking about what are our child's skill? Are they able to recognize what their emotions are? Are they able to recognize where those emotions come from? When it's late at night and their leg hurts, can they recognize that maybe the fact that it hurts is more tied to them being tired than something else? Or let's say, 2 days after they've experienced a loss and they're just really grumpy, are they able to recognize that emotion as sadness and tie it back to something that's happened a few days prior? Those would be abilities or skills to be thinking about in the emotional regulation category. Can they name emotions? Do they recognize maybe where they're coming from? Are they able to put a label of an intensity level on them and how those things are impacting them? If we can know what their abilities are, their strengths and weaknesses, that's going to help us come alongside developing the skill of emotional regulation. Then that's going to help inform the second principle of instruction. Where is it they maybe need insight into what emotions are and the sensations that they experience in their body, what emotions those are maybe tied to, how maybe this a few days ago impacts where they're at today, how maybe to think about their friend over here and what they've experienced recently and what might be going on with them emotionally and how that's tied to the behavior that they're getting from their friend, whether positive or negative. And then the third area, the practice area, to practice things like, learning skills that help regulate emotions. Like, hey, why don't you sit down and take a few deep breaths? Or, as I'm observing you, it looks like you're getting upset. Maybe this would be a good time to practice taking a time out, and then we could come back and visit. Even just practicing being able to put words to their internal world. For some kids, that's, going back to the ability piece, is going to be pretty easy. They're going to naturally be able to sit down and tell you exactly what they're feeling, why they're feeling. Others, that's going to be an area where they're going to have to take a lot of time and practice to develop that. But the other kid, maybe they're going to have to know how to rein their emotions in. They can name them, they can articulate them, they can know why they're there, but to be able to pause, slow down, take some deep breaths, and do the things to help move those from high intensity to low intensity, that's where their practice needs to happen. Parenting on purpose as we help develop our kids' emotional regulation.